CBT Narza, NBA 2K 2020.
I'ma need you to back up. I'ma need you to back up. Yep. I'ma need you to back up. Spilling the tea, stirring the cup. I'ma need you to back up. I'ma need you to back up. Yep. I'm gonna act up. I'ma need you to back up. I'ma need you to back up. Yep. I'ma need you to back up. Spilling the tea, stirring the cup. I'ma need you to back up. I'ma need you to back up. Yep. I'ma need you to back up. Come from off the top, the flow inside that got you shocked. Come from off the top, you know I be smarter than smart. Come from off the top, the flow inside got you shocked. Come from off the top, come from off the top.
Can't keep up, you too slow.
Top.
You just watch, I control.
Top.
I take half, you not whole.
Top.
Got your mind, got your
Is
soul.
this scenario? I'm in your area. This is your definitely. Turn up your stereo. Get this jumping like Mario. Now you ain't with me. You terrible. I might embarrass you right here in front of your whole family. Hot in Nigeria. This is the year of the beer. Leave it here in a chair so they know we was here. Staring in fear like a deer when the car coming near. In the middle of the road, bit of beer. You don't wanna rock with the man. Hands off of the grands. Counting up bands while I talk to the fans. Knew I could jam, but the top wasn't playing. Now everybody wanna be friends. How you? Said I'm just fine, in the right place, at the wrong time. Said I go crazy, out of my mind. And I think back when daddy wrote down that it might scrape and it might grind, but you work hard and it might shine. Let me slow down. So
Of course, both teams battling injuries coming into this one.
Yeah, so you know what that means, Kevin. You have an opportunity, if you're a reserve, to perhaps gain some repetition in the midst of an important game. The battle, the mantra, that next man up mentality is going to be on display tonight for this team. And let's see, Kevin, do they take advantage of their opportunity?
Good things to look forward to. Young's shot is off. And here's Green. He'll bring it up for the Warriors. Makes it off the glass. Green's got the scoreboard going with his first points of the night for the Warriors.
There's a dogged intensity with which Draymond Green plays the game of basketball. He will get to the space he wants and score it.
Atlanta with the ball. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Hunter, no good. Outside, Green. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
Well, Green likes to push the pace, that's for sure. Great at making his way up the court and getting to the right spot.
Count the basket.
But you know what? Sometimes something good can come out of a bad possession.
On the wing, Green. And there are the Warriors now with another bucket.
Boy, you have to respect how aggressive Draymond Green is. If he's got the ball in his hands, he's ready to fire.
In the corner, Herter with it. The three-pointer, no good.
Just one made field goal in 5 tries. Not a good start.
No good from Lee.
And really, despite that miss, they've had a solid start offensively.
Herter, no good.
They call him Red Velvet. Kevin Huerter, out of the University of Maryland, proved he can stripe it from day one.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
And the Warriors decide to take their first timeout here. And Greg Herter, the 19th pick back in 2018, sweet touch and at 6'7". Good size at the shooting guard position.
And the Hawks general manager, Travis Schlenk, coming from the Warriors with Trae Young and Kevin Huerter. The Hawks hoping they have a kind of Splash Brothers East.
Here's Looney. Pass to Poole. All sorts of time. One up, one down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Poole's got his second basket of the night.
Nice.
Great
That's what I'm
ball
talking about.
there.
And Atlanta calls their first timeout of the game.
And no doubt,
It's not my
coach
team, but
wants them to
they're forcing
shore
me to go
up
to the
their
team.
interior defense.
Yeah, my
I think
favorite
right
team
now
in
they're
NBA
giving
is
up
Denver
way
Nuggets.
too many easy looks. That is a recipe for disaster.
That's it. That's my only favorite team. In the NBA, that's my only favorite team in the NBA. My favorite team in the NFL is New York Giants. All right, let's keep it moving.
Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Over to the wing. Drills it from outside.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Out left to the wing. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Doris, you've accomplished so much in your award-winning career. What was your first experience in broadcasting?
Kevin, my first experience was I left coaching and they put Providence College women's basketball on radio. That was the first ever game I got to call. It was so cool. Tell me yours. What was the very first? Did you study this? How did you get into broadcasting?
I did. Our high school had a radio station, and the first basketball broadcast was underneath the bleachers, looking through popcorn boxes and legs of the people that were standing in the bleachers so that I could see the court from the baseline.
Amazing.
Because that's where the telephone cables were to plug in our equipment. And
Wow.
I was 16 years old.
Incredible.
Remember it very well.
Incredible.
Very well.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
No doubt, Greg. On the offensive end, it feels like they're getting the shots they want, and defensively, they are connected and on a string.
And it's the Warriors with the ball. Following the three-pointer by Trae Young. Collins grabs the miss. And Collins has got the ball here for Atlanta. It's a 10-point game. And they call the 8-second violation. Too much time getting it up court. 58 seconds left in the first. And the wide open shot from Green. Warriors getting another chance here. For the three. got it for his 4th field goal of the game on just 5 shots.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
Well, what I love is the game plan has been solid from the opening tip, and guys are making their shots. That's critical.
Now, here's Green, following the missed shot by DeAndre Hunter.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
And the turnover again by Atlanta.
And this has been a comedy of errors. I mean, you can just add another one to the list.
We've got 28 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. From deep, Green. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
Yeah, that's game over. That's about game over.
Well, Draymond Green plays with such good pace and rhythm, outstanding at shifting from the dribble to the shot.
And Draymond Green picks up the foul. That's his first foul. It's stolen by Green.
They need to start taking care of the basketball. Careless play since the opening tip.
Well, you got to think better of that next time. He had little to no chance of conversion.
Got a hand on it. Gets it off. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock.
Get it, let it go.
Good job.
Well, finishing quarter strong. Every coach preaches it. Nice work.
And so it's the home team holding a big 18-point lead to close the quarter. And their ability to get points in the paint has made all the difference in this one. And we'll be right back after this. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And from what we've seen so far from the Warriors, how would you grade them?
Well, going to the bench early, they obviously knew what they were doing.
As a coach, I think you get a certain feel for what your team needs, and credit this guy for not waiting around. He went ahead and made the adjustment.
And there's the 8-second call as they can't get it across half court in time.
And to make that mistake at this time is tough to come back from.
These are the kinds of plays that can be game changers, that can make you hang your head.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, the Hawks said they were going to be patient when they rebuilt their team, and they were going to do it through the draft, and they've stuck to that script. Now, Trae Young is probably the biggest name, but Atlanta's added a lot of great young talent the last 3 years. There's John Collins, Kevin Huerter, and in 2019, the Hawks added 3 more good young players in the draft. DeAndre Hunter, Cam Reddish, and Bruno Fernando. Things are looking up in Atlanta.
I would think so, too. On paper, it looks good. We'll see if it materializes. D.A., thank you as always. Doris, you and I enjoy discussing pure scores, great shooters, but guys that can score a myriad of ways. Give us a couple of names that we don't always hear about that really impressed you.
Well, one young man who I think has got an offensive game that is really continuing to grow and is quite beautiful already is Zach LaVine. But probably the best example, Kev, would have to be the multi-time winner of the Six-Man Award, and that's Sweet Lou Williams. This guy can score against any defense. He's a great in pick and roll. He has become a better playmaker, but Lou Williams is a problem to guard.
And as people will say, he is a professional scorer.
That's perfect, yes.
And that is just a deflating error on his part.
Well, I think it kills your energy, and it certainly kills your momentum.
And here is Lee. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Chris. It's Dedmon with the rebound. And we've played through the first minute here in the second. And that's going to be a turnover. They call him for 8 seconds.
And that's a couple of very shaky possessions in a row. One turnover right after the other.
Pass to Chris. And stolen by Graham. And there's the 8-second call as they can't get it across half court in time.
And you could see what he wanted to do there, but that was a tough giveaway.
And I think the intention doesn't always equal the result. Wrong play, wrong time.
A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. And they call the 8-second violation. Too much time getting it up court. Warriors leading by 20. On the wing, Wiggins. Pass to Chris. Over Teague. Chris can't hit. Here's Fernando. And that's going to be a turnover. They call him for 8 seconds.
And that is just a deflating error on his part.
Well, I think it kills your energy, and it certainly kills your momentum.
Here's Pascal. And the layup's good off the glass.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over.
You know, my guess right now is Coach wants to talk over this turnover issue. And it seems like they've been trying to force things a bit and need to find a steady rhythm offensively.
And the Warriors making a change here. Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation.
You've got to do a better job of just taking care of the basketball. 4 points off of those turnovers.
And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. But they get it back. Here's Pargo. No good from outside. Dedmon with it. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. And there's the 8-second call as they can't get it across half court in time. Helps teams if they can keep the rights to their best player. We see it in other leagues. Could the franchise tag ever make its way, do you think, to the NBA?
Well, this is going to be a negotiation point between the Players Association and the league itself. And the reality is it's going to have to be negotiated. What we know unequivocally, Kevin, is that these players now in the player empowerment era have more control about what franchise they play for and how long the duration of their contract is. How this all shakes out remains to be seen, but it is a point of conversation amongst the 30 NBA teams and the league leadership. There's no question about it.
Here's Pargo. It's good from long range. Pargo's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Not the biggest fan of that shot, but he had the space to get it off, so why not?
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time.
And they've been just a little too casual with the basketball. It continues to haunt them.
Over in the corner, Lee. .156 left in the first half of basketball.
Boy, with his shot not falling right now, it might be time to look in a different direction. See if you can get your teammates started.
And that's going to be a turnover. They call him for 8 seconds.
This game is going to get even more out of hand unless they start valuing the basketball.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Kevin, when Trae Young was in college, he was known for his long-range shooting. But Young says, the people who know me best know that I'd rather get an assist than any other stat. I pride myself on making the right play. Knowing your teammates get joy and excitement from playing with you is all I care about. Kevin?
That's great to see. Thank you, D.A. And they call the 8-second violation. Too much time getting it up court. Here's the Warriors with the ball. They've got an 8-0 run. Fires top of the key. Here's Looney. The shot comes out. Collins with some nice D. There's 1:17 left now here in the second. And that's going to be a turnover. They call him for 8 seconds.
Guys, hard enough to win in this league, but when you continue to hurt yourself because of miscues, makes it all the more difficult.
Well, not exactly one of those big, burly power forwards, right? He depends on his leaping ability more than those guys, and it serves him just fine, Kev.
Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over.
Trying to stem the tide here.
Yeah, this is why you hate to lose momentum. It can be hard to get it back.
Marquise Chris, Draymond Green, Jordan Poole.
That'll be a 5-second call.
And this deficit, a direct result of their lack of execution offensively.
And it's the Warriors with the ball. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. Here's Pargo, and it's off from three-point range.
Boy, he cannot get anything to fall, but the teammates, boy, have they delivered.
And there's the 8-second call as they can't get it across half court in time.
Yeah, they have too many turnovers in this half, a major reason why they're down in this game.
It drops for his second made shot of this game. An unimpressive 2 of 7, though. They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it inbounds that time.
A lot of points off their turnovers this quarter. Way too many.
To the paint. And it's a defensive 3-second violation. The Warriors shooting their 5th free throw of the game here.
Jordan.
And he shows the focus there, nails the technical. And the Warriors with possession here. Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. The Warriors have gone 4 for 5 from the charity stripe in this one up to now. And the technical free throw is good.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
And again, it's the Warriors missing.
Well, it hasn't been the most efficient game for this guy, but their team is fortunate to still be out in front.
And they call the 8-second violation. Too much time getting it up court.
Well, those 5 turnovers, more than you like to see.
And it's the Warriors' ball. Good momentum, 14 straight points. Over in the corner, Green. The offensive rebound. Second chance shot. And no good that time. And that's going to be a turnover. They call him for 8 seconds.
And to make that mistake at this time is tough to come back from.
These are the kinds of plays that can be game changers, that can make you hang your head.
And so it's the home team out there all by themselves with a 32-point lead. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. And here are the Warriors now. And it's Chris in the corner. Pulls up on the wing. Rebound by the Hawks.
All alone from mid-range. They know he won't miss many of those.
And they call the 8-second violation. Too much time getting it up court.
He got a little ahead of himself there trying to pull the team even.
That's a big miscue, and you hate to see that happen at this point in the game.
Doris, you've said this often. It is incredibly difficult to compare guys of different positions in different eras, isn't it?
It really is. There's so many discussions about who's the GOAT, who's the greatest of all potential time. And there are certain names that are always going to pop to the top of the list, LeBron James. But it's very difficult to me, say, to compare a Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, one of the greatest to ever man the center position, had the impossible-to-check sky hook. But how do you compare him with LeBron James, who, though he is, and I don't know what position he is, he may be the greatest passer in the history of the league. Like, let's enjoy individual greatness without comparison.
And there's the 8-second call as they can't get it across half court in time. And Chris throws it down hard.
How about 6'10" with a 38-inch vertical? You do the math. That's a heck of a play by Marquise Chris.
Unable to get the ball in bounds, they get called for the 5-second violation.
Sloppy is the only way you can describe his play thus far. Just way too many turnovers.
Pass to Pargo. And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. The Warriors have shot 5 of 6 at the foul line tonight. And so he hits the technical free throw. Here's Poole. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. He's made all 5 of his attempts at the line so far. And the technical free throw is good. Pass to Pargo. Over Teague. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. Pargo's got 7 points in the game. That'll be a 5-second call.
And to make that mistake.
I won't go. That's finally over. Hey, we in the next league. Nice, let's go, let's go. I should be Naza. Over and out.